I'm Jenny Barnett-Roars of Craft Test Dummies. My kids and I love to discover nature, and we created this journal to save some of the treasures that we find along the way. It's simple to make and really is a great way of even remembering your nature walk that you take. This one has paper bag leaves. So in order to make it yourself, you're going to want to have some air dry clay, your brown paper lunch bags, some markers, some library rings, a hole punch, and then some things to make texture. And you can use rubber stamps or, as you can see here, little cake decorating tips. So to start off, we're going to prepare the bags. You're going to want to take them and open them just at the bottom so that it makes like a little V, and you're going to slice off the bottom. This gives you the bottom part, which, by the way, you can take this and use it to go collect your treasures, your leaves and whatnot. Now, this is actually going to make the leaf. We're going to fold it in half, and now you've got pages that you can slide in leaves and treasures and whatnot. So the next thing we're going to do is make a little template. You can use some scrap cardboard for this. And all you need to do is take a pencil or a marker and trace around, and then cut it out. But when you cut it out, leave a little bit of extra space all the way around your draw line, like so. Again, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And then you're going to want to make a place for holes. And you can just eyeball that. Then you'll make a little punch so that you've got a template. Now you can go back and mark all of the same hole placement on all of your pages. And you can see here that I've got some started, and now I'm going to just make a few more. You can make as many or as few pages in your journal as you like. I find like 5 or 6 to be great. Now we want to make the cover, because this is so much fun. You're going to take a little bit of air dry clay and just flatten it out. Doesn't have to be super perfect and super uniform, but I find that, maybe the width of 2 nickels is really good. And once you've rolled it out nice and flat, you can go back and use your template again and draw around to cut it out, just like so. Notice I'm just using a plastic knife. You can use a bamboo skewer. But once you get it cut out, like so, you can decorate it. This is where you can use those little fun tips or rubber stamps or whatever you like to make your journal your own. You'll use that same template to mark holes so that you can make sure that as it's drying, you have holes for your library rings. So you want to take your cover and set it aside on like a baking sheet or a baker's rack so that it dries nicely and evenly. On the next day, when it's nice and dry, you've got something that you can leave natural or paint. You can see in this one, I actually did a little bit different. I used kind of a pirate theme for my son, and I'm mixing up just a little bit of brown paint and water. Now, I'm going to paint over it, and it gets in all the nooks and crannies and makes it look like a weathered piece of leather, which I think just adds to its authenticity. Again, you're going to want to take that and let it dry for a while. Lastly, you'll assemble your book by putting together your pages and those library rings. They're fun because you just have to pull them open. And together with the front and a page, and that template is your back. You're ready to go on a nature walk. And here's one that you can make them for girls, for boys. Everybody can have their own and collect their treasures.